Make sure to pick up your Tyrantrums shirts and hoodies. Link is in the description down below. What's going on, everyone? SiNxRealize, aka Sin, aka Sings, aka the thing you wash your hands. And I'm so glad I'm able to say this again. But I am your coach for the Toronto Tyrantrums, and we are joining a brand new draft league that we haven't been a part of. It's been around for a bit, and I was like, hey, I went on Twitter. I was like, hey, I want to do another draft league before Sword and Shield come out. Obviously, when Sword and Shield comes out, the draft leagues are going to be different. So my good pal Jetman, Jetman, I think it's Jetman, Jetman99, I believe it is. Let's see if I can pull that up. Yeah, Jetman99. I was correct. He ended up sliding me into the Lonely Draft League, the LDL. I applied there. And I am in their Evolution draft league right now. There are a handful of people in that league that do YouTube, so there might not be links to some of them unless you have like a Twitter. I might link to that. But regardless, if you guys are excited for this draft analysis, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. If you guys are new here, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you're notified whenever a video goes up. So, I mean, we might as well just get right into it, right? We might as well. Alright, so our first pick here. I should probably say. So when we did the draft, it was in snake order, so it goes first pick all the way down to 12, 12 back to 1. I was lucky enough to be the first pick. So I had full reign on anything I wanted. So I thought about it. My options that I really wanted to go with were either Tapu Koko or Celesteela, because I know Celesteela is an absolute monster, and so is Tapu Koko. Both of those always go in the first round, never fails. So, and typically it's always early. So I was like, hey, you know what? I kind of want to steal that Koko. I haven't used a Koko in a draft league, so I was like, hey, you know what? Boom, we got the Koko. Koko has, obviously, it is dummy fast. Electric types are phenomenal. Just in general anyways. 115 attack, 95 special attack. I could run offensive, defensive. However I want to run it. And with it always having the terrain, my electric moves will be hella powerful. I also have access to defog. I could set up if I wanted to. I could go bulky. There's so many different things that I could do here. So many tricky boys I got up my sleeves. Okay, I got sleeves. We can also pivot on out. We have access to Volt Switch. We have access to U-turn, all that other good stuff. That's pretty much really about it for Koko. Tapu Koko just speaks for itself, really. It kills. He's a fast boy. That's about it. So then the next So after we pretty much had to wait 2 full rounds before it got back to us. And luckily enough, we had our eyes on this bad boy since, well, our next 2 boys, we had them figured out like not long after we picked Tapu Koko. So our next one here is Greninja. So we decided to grab Greninja. Unfortunately, I misread things. At first, when we were talking about it, when I was talking about it, sorry, with my front office, shout out to my best friend. At first we thought, oh, we could use Protean, we could use Battle Bond. Apparently it's just Torrent, which I'm fine with. It doesn't matter. We were going to pick that boy anyways, so we picked up Torrent Greninja. Wait, I also forgot to mention it. This whole thing's based on a point system, which is why you see points beside it. We can only use, I forget how many points it was total. I think it was 120. We were able to use 120 points total to pick between 10 to 12 mons. So we had to work around how many points we were using with each one. So Tapu Koko was at the top tier with 18. Greninja had 13. But Greninja's. Ooh, I'm moving things around on myself here, folks. Where is my mouse? God. Sometimes my setup here is kind of bogus. But of course, we have Greninja. Greninja is dummy fast. Give it a choice scarf, this thing will not be outsped. Does of course have a few weaknesses, which is fine. His special attack's great. His attack is also it's not the greatest, but like it could do work if I decide to go that way. It of course has access to priority with Water Shuriken as well as that being stab. It could set up a sub. I feel like it gets access to pursuit. Am I tripping? I don't know. I don't think it does actually. Yeah, I'm not seeing it here. But either way, we got some pretty solid coverage here. We also have access to set up hazards with spikes and toxic spikes. We also have access to like quick attack. We got a good old stab, Night Slash. Yeah, honestly, Tapu Koko is going to be absolute. I mean, not Tapu. Oh, I have Tapu Koko on my mind. I apologize, but Greninja is going to be absolute heat. I feel like it can do a lot for us. It's fast. It hits hard. That's all we need, really. So then the next one, because we got to pick back to back, got the drinks and we going back to back. So the next mon we picked up is luckily enough, no one decided to scoop this up from us, because obviously when you have a Tapu Koko with you, there's one mon specifically that pairs up so well with it that you just have to draft it. And that mon, ladies and gents, is Hawlucha. Everyone knows the strat with Hawlucha. You give it the I think it's the electric seed or something like that. It gets a stat buff. Hella good. It also has access to, what move is it? Flying Press, which is both flying and fighting. Which obviously, Hawlucha is a fighting flying type. It has access to some really heavy hitting moves as well. Its attack stat is 92, so obviously this boy is super physical. Also has access to Roost. It does have access to Defog as well, so we also have a second hazard removal. Also, I think Greninja also has access to Defog, or am I tripping? I think it does. Does it? I don't know. I feel like it did. But maybe I'm just losing my marbles, which could very well be the case. But anyways, that doesn't matter. We have two defoggers. If I wanted to, I could go Bounce. I could go Iron Head. I got Zen Headbutt. I got punches for days. I could set up if I wanted to. Like there's so many possibilities for this Hawlucha. I could pull some crazy banassing. And also, forgot to mention, I think, does Greninja have it? I feel like he does. Alright, yeah. So far, every single mon that we have drafted also can pivot. They all have access to the good old U-turn, or Volt Switch, or whichever. That way, we'll be able to get momentum back. And also, I believe Hawlucha is, once again, a really speedy boy. He is relatively bulky as well. But if you gotta watch out for those electric type moves, that's for sure. But Hawlucha is obviously a great mon for this. And then, of course, we had to wait once again for about 2 more rounds so we could get our next pick. And we were thinking about it. I was like, I really want to grab a steel type. And also, forgot to mention, Megas do not have the Mega on the first turn. Fun fact. So we decided to go with something that could work out in our favor. So we decided to go with a Mega, good old Mega Mawile. Okay, so like even before it's Mega, it's already Prey Fire. If I want to, I could run Hyper Cutter, so that way my attack stat doesn't drop as soon as I send out this Mawile. I could go Intimidate, so I can just keep swapping it out, dropping attack stats. I could go Sheer Force if I really wanted to and didn't feel like Megaing at all. But also, by the way, we have to hold on to the Mega Stone. That is immediate. And also, by the way, Mawile is a previous member of the Toronto Tyrantrums, but it is grown up. It has become a Mega, just like Mega Pidgeot did. So now we have Mega Mawile. My phone, shush, silence, please. Of course, we're only weak to two types. We're weak to fire. We're weak to ground. Everything else, it's either neutral or not very effective, or doesn't even touch us at all. But then also, when we go Mega Mawile, we got that huge power. We get stupid bulky. We get dummy defenses. We get a dummy attack. And oh my goodness, the amount of stupid things that I could do here. I could go with a play rough. I could go with an iron defense. I could stockpile up on a man if I wanted to. I believe I have access to Sucker Punch if I want to get a little bit of priority on them. What else do we have? We have a bunch of the different fangs. I get Seismic Toss. I can Knock Off. Knock Off is always very good. We also have access to Stealth Rocks, which is, once again, another hazard. So we have a Stealth Rocker. We also have someone for spikes. Right now, we are killing it with this draft right now. So this is one of our first ones that could be relatively bulky, but can also hit like a truck. Especially with that huge power, I'm super excited to be able to use this mon, 110%. Super glad to bring back Snip Snap, our Mawile, back to the team. But next up, we got to draft once again back to back. So this time, we were thinking about it. We're like, you want let's go with something else that can hit hard. Because I was like, I kind of want to go semi-offense with this. So we decided to go with Serperior, which I personally haven't ever used the Serperior in my life. Matter of fact, I hardly know Gen 5. But I do know this thing gets contrary. Most likely what we will be using. And even though it is weak to a semi-decent amount of things like fire, ice, all the typical things a grass type is weak against, we're actually really bulky. We have 95 defense and special defense. We are 113 base speed. Okay, that's pretty fast. That's a fast, bulky boy. And the fact that we can fire off leaf storms and get boosts from it, boy, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Get that? If we wanted to, we could be sneaky, grab some grassy terrain. We can also pursuit trap with this thing. We can glare. We have so many different options. Oh, and did I mention this thing gets defog? So hazards, what are hazards to us? Hazards are absolutely nothing. We can also make ourselves bulky, synthesis up. We could taunt. We can do whatever we gosh darn want with this thing. This thing gets me super amped. I'm super glad that we were able to draft it. I've seen it used by many other people. And yeah, it's honestly a really good mon. I'm super down to have this as my grass type. So then the next mon we decided to grab, we were contemplating it. We're like, we want to go with someone who, I believe this one has access to a move I'm thinking of. Let's see if I can. I'm just gonna check here. I feel like it does. Oh, I'm tripping. Okay, well, either way, we wanted someone to be able to like spin block, but we also needed like a little bit more bulk, and we were also trying to preserve some more of our points. Because at this point, you guys can see we have used so many points. We picked 18, 13, 14, 17, 14. We picked a lot of points, so we are starting to see that, hey, we need to start preserving it a little bit. So the next one that we decided to pick was Gollurk. Gollurk, of course, and as well, I believe, set up rocks. If I am right. Am I right? Yeah. It has stealth rocks. We got the stealth rocks. We got heavy sand. We can curse. We can do some pretty crazy things. Of course, normal types won't touch us. Electric types won't touch us. So if I'm scared of an electric move, throw in Gollurk, call her a day. Of course, we are weak to ice, grass, water, ghost, and dark. But honestly, that won't be a big deal. We are relatively slow, so we're going to be bulky with this thing. If I want to, I could throw a choice band on it, because this thing's attack is 124, okay? Put him in the right spot, he's going to be killing it. 100%. This thing, like, I mean, it doesn't have too much crazy coverage. I mean, it's fine. It actually does, fun fact, it has priority, okay? It has priority in good old... Is it nice? No, never mind. I'm thinking of a different move. I was looking at its level. I was looking at its moveset. I was thinking of a different move. My bad. We do not have priority. You know what? That's okay. We don't need priority with this thing. This thing is dummy fat, and I am excited to use this. Also, fun fact about Gollurk. So if you guys know, I stream over on Twitch, twitch.tv/SiNxRealize. Drop a follow. But one of the emos when I did a lot of Pokemon over there, what I was thinking was a lurk emote and use Gollurk, because you're gonna go lurk. Bars. Shofu, put me in the Pokemon Cipher. So I'm really super stoked to use Gollurk. So then the next thing that we were thinking of was we need something that can... We're at this point, we're sort of just like trying to cover our bases. We had a couple ideas being tossed around at this point, but the next one that we decided to pick up here was Sawtooth. Of course, is another lower point mon, but of course Sawtooth is really good. If I'm scared of it going to sleep, I have access to early bird. If I feel like I'm going to get paralyzed or something, SiNxRealize. But of course, the golden #1 ability that this thing will get is Magic Bounce. Okay? Magic Bounce is so good. Magic Bounce it essentially reflects status and all that other good stuff. So pretty much it bounces back. It's like, hey, rocks? No, you. So... once again, we have something to prevent hazards. So a lot of the time, people probably won't be bringing hazards against us. We also, one of the main reasons we grab Sawtooth is because we're like, we should probably grab something that can wish, right? So we're like, hey, you know what? Sawtooth isn't a bad mon. It's obviously not the greatest. It's another flying type on the team, but you know what? It's okay. We got flying now. We got psychic. We have access to good old wish. We have access to guard swap, power swap. Me first. We also have access to tailwind, and of course, good old roost, defog. Pretty sure we got defog. We better have defog. Yeah, we got defog. We're good. We have so many crazy moves that we could go with. I feel like we have access to something else that I am thinking of here. Doesn't look like it. You know, that's okay. We have so many tricks up these sleeves. No one's going to know what's going to hit them. Matter of fact, I don't even know what's going to hit them. It's going to be a surprise to me. Joke's on you guys. But at this point, it started to get down to crunch time, and we were of course trying to figure out what we wanted to do for the rest of our team. So the next thing that we decided to pick up, we were like, hey, let's go with something that can set up pretty well. If it gets in the right scenarios, this thing will do massive damage. Probably going to be one of our really good sweepers. But we decided to grab Ferret. That's right. Good old Ferret. He was 1 point. This boy's hitting tech. I'm leaving it at that. So anyways, during this round, we had to pick 2 mons. So, an actual sweeper, Salazzle. Alright. We grabbed good old Salazzle, the little reverse harem salamander, the toxic lizard, has access to Corrosion and Oblivious. Corrosion is obviously a really good ability that lets us toxic steel types, lets us toxic poison types. If I'm wanting things to get poisoned, best believe they're getting poisoned. Okay? That is something that Salazzle is really well known for. Of course, Oblivious is also a really good ability as well. The fact, let's just sit here for a sec. Speed is 117. Special attack is 110. This thing is fast. It's gonna hit hard. This thing will put in the work. If I set up one nasty plot, everything's dying. Okay? I could hit them with like, let's see, I could hit him with a knockoff. I'm not gonna do much, but knockoff is there. I could hit him, I'm pretty sure, with where are some moves I'm thinking of? Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Venoshock. If I wanted to be sneaky, throw in a little Flame Charge. You know, we also got Snore, we got Heat Wave, we got Dragon Pulse. We're covered. We know what we're doing. We also have access to Fake Out. So, best believe, we got priority. Something's about to outspeed us. Ooh, boy, don't even worry about it. It's dead. It's gonna be catching that Fake Out. But once again, it came back to us. We have 3 more picks. So on this roundabout, we're like, we need something with a bit more bulk to it, because we noticed that our bulkiness is sort of lacking at this point. So we took a look at what our points were. We're like, what do we want to really go with? So we decided to go with something a little bit wild. We decided to go with Toxapex. I haven't used the Toxapex. This also covers our water type, but also gives us another poison type, which kind of feels bad, man. But the upside to this thing is it's the total opposite to Salazzle. It's slow and bulky. Salazzle is fast and hits like a truck. Toxapex is the complete opposite, and I love it. We have the best of both worlds. Shout out to Hannah Montana. So this thing, it's only weak to 3 types. It's not even quad weak to anything. It's only weak to electric, ground, and psychic. It's not a crazy big deal. Of course, this thing has Baneful Bunker, which will be really good for us. It has access to Liquidation if I really wanted to be sneaky with it. We also have Recover. We have Haze. I could stockpile if I wanted. Ooh. We also have access to Knockoff, okay. We have another Knocker offer. Something. If I wanted to, I could be another sneaky boy and set up. You know what? Toxapex is there. He will sit there with his little staff and say, "You shall not pass." Okay. That is what our boy Toxapex is about to do to them. Nobody's getting by this man. 100%. But, of course, we can't just pick one. We need a second. So we decided to go with something that, once again, is another Wish Passer. Honestly, not the greatest of its set, but we decided to go with Flareon. Flareon is, although people say that Flareon is one of the worst evolutions. Also, I think this thing can do some pretty decent work. It does have access to the Wish Baton Pass, which is truly what we want. We want someone that can baton pass a wish into someone else, because we really need a wish right now, okay? And then also we have access for abilities. We have Flash Fire. We also have Guts. Flash Fire will always be really good because no fire types are hitting us. All we gotta do is throw in Flareon when we think a fire type move is coming out. We throw Mega Mawile out. Someone comes in with, I don't know, Entei, for example. The boy tries to Sacred Fire me. Best believe I'm throwing Flareon at this man. 100%. We are living. This thing is also relatively bulky on the special side with base 110 special defense. Its special attack isn't bad with 95, but this thing has a hella high attack stat with 130. This man can hit hard. I don't know what the issue is with people. Like, if you hit something with a Flare Blitz, it's gonna take a massive whopping. I have Iron Tail. I have so many different moves that I could hit him with. I could hit him with a superpower. I could hit him with Payday if I really wanted. And also, that's a lot. I was looking at Let's Go Eevee's movesets. But we still have Flare Blitz. We still have Wish. We have Fake Tears as well. If I wanted to, I could Curse. We also have access to Detective. We want to protect ourselves. As I said, Iron Tail, superpower. Double Edge if I really wanted to. Take down. Like, you guys can look up his set. You guys can look him up. Yeah, he's good. He will be a very good boy and a really good asset to the Toronto Tyrantrums. And of course, the last pick, we were like, we didn't have to go to 12 mobs. We could have picked something super strong and just called it a day at Toxapex. But we were like, we want to have as much diversity as possible. So when it came down to using the rest of our points, we took a look at what was left, and we figured, why not bring back someone else to the Toronto Tyrantrums? So welcome back our good pal from our very first draft league. Okay, back in the PGLNU. Wobbuffet, aka Monka S. You guys already know what Wobbuffet does. It's just a huge threat. This thing was only 3 points. It's an Uber's Mon, technically. This thing gets used in Ubers. This thing throws up counters. It's dying. This thing, if I predict right, smooth sailing. I have no issues with it. I can wall things with this Wobbuffet. So, that's honestly, I think for this draft, we actually pulled out a really solid team. So, that's going to be it for this video here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are excited to see more Draft League battles coming to the channel, make sure you guys smash that like button. If you guys are new here, hit the subscribe button and bell so you notify whenever a video goes up. On that note, I'm going to head on out of here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.